Wait a moment. This isn't a furry visual novel. Hey everyone, Nary here from Drakewing Gaming, and somebody named me on Twitter, The Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming at you another Let's Play episode of Changeling Tale, Jessie's Path. So, the last place we left off, let me take a look. Gran's revelation, that is correct. Gran found out the grand truth of Jessie. And she seems to be taking it quite well, and she seems eager to show Jessie off to the rest of the people in town, which Jessie and Malcolm are not too keen on. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, sit back and enjoy the video, and let's jump right into it. Okay. Gran, you know Agna Craig better than any of us, but, well, when it comes to the supernatural, don't you think Jessie is the expert?
I know what I know. There's a magic to this village. My grandparents bore witness to it. My parents, too. And now Malcolm, you and me. Agna Craig is special. You're special, Jessie. Don't throw that all away. It doesn't matter what I am if I'm not free to be who I want to be.
She's being overdramatic, but it's also true. If you can't be free, what good is living your own life? I don't know what to say next. Gran cuts through the tension in the room with her brutal honesty.
You're right, Jessie. You need your freedom, and Malcolm needs a wife who will love him as much as she loves herself. Someone who puts his needs equal to her own.
Gran, this is not the time.
Agnes, I don't know where that came from, or who you think I am. I love Malcolm. I cherish him. How I live my life has nothing to do with our relationship. It has everything to do with it. I'm not judging you, Jessie, though no doubt it will sound that way.
It does sound kind of like a little judgmental, Gran. Not gonna lie.
Your life is now even grander than it was before. How you choose to live it will determine everything. Until you see that, you'll never be ready to be in love.
Jessie's jaw nearly hits the floor. I see Gran blink, as if awaiting Jessie's response. Jessie sits steadfast. Instead, I clear my throat, preparing once again to appease my Gran. There's no need. The old man has to have the last word.
I've had a very eventful evening. I need to sleep.
Yes, I think that's best. Aww. Gran offers us both gentle embraces and totters away toward bed.
Jessie, be yourself. Don't change for anyone else, but never believe in a false hope you've created for yourself. I love you.
One of my hackles are still up. Jessie appears to soften.
I'm sorry, Agnes. I didn't mean to be so rude. It is I who owes you the apology, Jessie. I've no right to speak out of turn. My emotions and my pride got the better of me. For that, I am truly sorry. Thank you. I do empathize with letting one's response getting a little out of hand.
I share a look of understanding that is amiable, if not warm.
I'll see you two in the morning, I suppose, eh?
Gran, we can...
Please have tea ready for me, and no sleeping past sunrise.
Jessie cracks a smile, and I know that she and Gran will work towards a mutual forgiveness over time. Jessie, what just happened? Jessie seems breathless. She clutches her chest.
I don't know exactly.
I'm just thankful Jessie did not go big bad wolf on my Gran. I say as much, in not so many words.
Yes, well, I felt the anger bubbling, and I don't even want to start with your grandmother's judgments of me.
Let's call them assessments.
The anger built and built, like boiling lava in my veins, but then I knew instinctively. It wasn't anger. It was shame.
Jessie, you have nothing to be ashamed of.
I know, but she hit me on some real fears of mine. I don't want to talk about it. Either way, I knew it wasn't worth it. I couldn't do it. My body and my mind knew to stay tame.
I did not realize we'd come so close to the tipping point. She had let none of it show. That is a definite relief. I suppose we had to hold off talking about anything she mentioned.
For one more night, at least.
Oh, God, so sweet. And then you bang your wolf girlfriend. I don't know, maybe he does. I can't show that right now. I wonder if at any point in the future YouTube would allow like adults only content. would definitely be something. Grand's blessing. Okay. Alright guys, it saved me right there. Jessie's gone when I wake. A knot forms in my stomach. Luckily, instead of an abandoned dress on the floor, she's left a note behind on the pillow.
Good morning, my love. I thought it's best to head home early. I didn't want to wake you. Meet me after work. On our hill, as always. Love, Jessie.
I'll be there. I know I will, because I'm almost addicted to her presence. I need to be around her. It's a craving I never once sated. I dress and make Grand's tea, as requested. The teapot is full of hot water and dry leaves when she comes out from her room.
Did you make scones as well?
Good morning, Gran. We have some muffins that Marion sent over with Jessie. I can heat and butter one for you. Scones are so good.
Oh, that Marion, always thinking of others.
Gran winks and I roll my eyes directly at her. I have no words.
Good thing I do. Sit down, Malcolm.
I oblige.
I do apologize again for last night. I won't speak of it again except to mention one thing.
And what is that?
I keep hearing the last thing your father said before he left for good. It repeated in my head all night. He held 2 suitcases in his hands. It was... well, truthfully, it was the same as seeing you off for service. Plainly stated, I didn't know if I'd see either of you ever again.
I pour our tea and blow into the hot liquid into my cup. My stomach is in knots over a lot of things, and I know this story will make it worse. Still, I'm anxious to hear what my father had to say.
He said, I hope you understand one day. That's all.
Understand their decision to leave?
I suppose so. I didn't ask. He followed your mother out from the front door and never looked back.
How odd.
Do you remember what you said when you left to go overseas?
I do. My heart sinks when I realize my grandmother's point. I told you I would see you soon.
Then you told me I love you.
We sip our tea and nibble on our breakfast. You don't think they'll ever come back?
Never. And I don't blame her or him. Neither one, not anymore at least. It was a mutual decision, just one that broke my heart. I held on to so many horrible feelings, emotions I needed to let go of years and years ago. Now that you're here, I want to blame her.
My mother.
Jessie.
Oh, Gran.
And I can't, and I shan't anymore. Because I know you love me, and I know you two love each other.
I stick to my promise to never abandon you.
Please don't. Do what you need to do, as a couple. I will understand. I've learned to understand, or rather, I'm in the process of learning. It's hard to teach an old dog new tricks.
Oh, Gran, it's hard to teach a new dog old tricks, for that matter. I chuckled lightly, trying to restore some levity to the conversation as I cleared our dishes. I don't want to appease Gran with platitudes. I want to show her my actions that I'm here to stay. But being honest with myself, here I am, preparing my grandmother for yet another goodbye. Even I can't reconcile with what that must feel like. Jessie and I will always be here for you, whether you like it or not. The teasing does nothing but upset her more. I'm gonna save right here, guys.
No lies, Malcolm. Please, just assure me that I will be safe. Perhaps I can live with Marion. Maybe the pastor can find me suitable housing.
You're jumping the gun, Gran. Let me speak with Jessie. She and I still have a lot to figure out.
Like keeping her temper in check?
Gran cracks a smile, but I cringe. Well, that's one thing. I'm going to see her this evening. You and I can chat again tomorrow.
All right, let's. Today's a busy day, after all. Marion's taking me to the church picnic, and afterward I need to catch up on my cereals.
Cereals?
Yes, Jessie brought me some romance stories in magazines. I'm at least 2 months behind.
I laugh. That is some reading that's bound to teach Gran some new tricks. Oh god, I don't want to think about that. I'll leave you to the cronies and your stories then, and see you for dinner.
I got us a nice cut of beef from the butcher. Perhaps we can enjoy it tonight.
I don't have the heart to tell Gran it's already been enjoyed. I'll go gently and go outside to begin my day. Oh god. She's very smart. She's gonna immediately connect the dots. It feels good to relax my muscles as I sit on the grass waiting for Jessie to finish her shift. I made good progress today. The garden patch has been weeded, the animals tended, and to cap the day off, the hog pen is done and ready to receive its tenants. It's all starting to come together, but tonight, more than ever, I'm beginning to wonder just what it is. Is it a labor of love? To build a place I can finally call home? 1 second, guys. Keep my ear out for any commotion in the other room. 2 of our cats have not been getting along very well. Or is it just something to while away the hours, a dim distraction in between bright moments with my shining star of a girl? I don't know, but perhaps the answer is running up the hill towards me. My muscles tense again. Last night did exactly end on a high note. How is Jessie handling it? As she gets closer, I can make out her face. Oh? Her tail is wagging, and she's wearing a smile larger than I've ever seen.
Malcolm! Malcolm, it's a miracle!
What is oof? Jessie almost knocks me flat on my back in her excitement. I'm at a loss to even guess what is happening. Tell me.
It's Walter! He's coming!
Walter? Walter who?
Wondrous Walter, the Vaudevillian!
That the man with the monkey. I don't understand. The way he played his trumpet upon his penny-farthing screeches into my mind unbidden. Why would she care about that clown?
Not just a monkey, Malcolm. A traveling show. He brings in hundreds of people now. He's traveled to America. He performed for the president.
Wait, are you sure we're talking about the same Walter?
Yes, he was at the church picnic today. He spoke with Marion. Took quite a shine to her. Bulgaire told me. She told him. Walter, that is. About my act.
And?
Walter's coming tomorrow to watch me perform. Bulgaire convinced him to stay the night at the Staganani and see me sing. This could be my big break, Malcolm. This is it.
With the monkey.
Silly, it's not about the monkey. Oh, isn't it marvelous?
Jessie stares into my eyes as if I've lost in a moving picture fantasy.
Wondrous Walter.
Wondrous indeed.
You don't sound excited.
Sorry, guys. My voice is kind of cracking a little bit. I'm still taking it in. I didn't know he was such a star.
Oh, yes. This month the Mystique magazine interviewed him, and he told me all about his escapades. Did you know he's been to the Galapagos? How wild is that?
That is quite wild. Can you even bring a monkey there?
Malcolm, if he likes my act, I could be packed and living in Glasgow by the end of the month, maybe by the end of the week. Oh, glorious day, it's a sign.
Save it right here, guys. What, the feature may hold? Okay. The sign from whom?
From the heavens. The stars are aligned. This is it, my moment.
I really want to share your excitement, I do. This is just so fast, so sudden. Jessie stares at me as if finding it hard to digest the truth in my hesitance.
You don't want to come to the city with me, do you?
I thought we'd put that idea on the shelf, at least for a little while.
It's been a while. I need to seize this opportunity. It could be once in a lifetime.
I'm sure if he likes you that you can move at any time you want. He'll wait. It would be worth it for him.
That's not the point. I don't want to wait. I've already waited years.
But...
No. I want to make us happy. This will help. I know it will. And please don't And please don't chastise me like your grandmother did, Malcolm. This means too much to me.
I want to. I really do. But what's the point? If I tell her she's being selfish, she already knows it anyway, and she doesn't seem to care. What voice do I have in the matter? And why do I want to use it? Jessie, you're entitled to chase your dreams and put yourself first, but...
No buts. I won't stand for it.
It's going to put a lot of strain on us, on our families.
I'm thinking of both of us, all of us. You're talking about emotional strain. Just think for 1 second. Think about all of their financial strains. Gone in a matter of days.
I do, and it's unfathomable. You can't promise that.
But Walter can. I have him drawn up a contract, payment up front.
You've thought about this already, haven't you?
Not just thought, dreamed, fantasized. You know it's not just about the money for me, but oh, the safety it would guarantee us, just from singing and shaking myself about. Can't you imagine that? Your gran, my sisters, never pinching a penny again, never worrying about losing their homes or wanting for food. Maybe Grace would even quit jumping into the loch to catch dinner.
Well, I doubt that.
Either way, it would be miraculous.
Jessie's voice lowers and she sounds so serene, almost somber.
I want desperately to be with you. I just don't know how to explain that I want this nearly as much. Nothing is permanent if we don't thrive together away from here. We can return.
I recall Gran's story of my parents leaving this small town. Can they return? Could Jessie and I truly do that? Would she abandon her dreams if everything goes downhill? Truthfully, in my heart, I see that she shows love by opening herself up to me, by having made herself already so vulnerable. I want to take this leap of faith with her, to be by her side and offer her support. What else is holding me back? What about your... I boop her on the snout.
Not a problem. I know myself. I can control it. It's easy as changing clothes now. And your gran's wrong. This magic isn't part of the village. It's part of me. Everything will work out fine.
Who is she trying to convince? Me or herself? It doesn't matter. As Jessie holds me, I have to be honest with her and myself. This isn't just about my fear of her losing control of herself. I don't want you to go.
I know, but I don't understand why.
You do understand. You're just trying to convince me otherwise.
You would come with me and live with the high life. Be my manager, carry my trunks, make love to me by firelight every evening, and join me for high tea every afternoon and cocktails all night long.
Damn, that does sound good. Malcolm, what the hell's wrong with you? Go off with your lady into the city. They're painting quite the picture. Oh, that is a good shot. That might be a shot for the thumbnail.
There's a but, isn't there?
Jessie's created a perfect imaginary world for herself. A world she's concocted for years. She's looking for romance and adventure. Dare I tell her what the world outside of this village bubble is really like? The unsavory riffraff, the filth, the poverty, and the disease. You're dreaming of a fantasy life that might not exist. You're after adventure, but spinning a story of pure imagination.
You're my adventure too, Malcolm. You're part of my story. But why can't I have other fantasies too?
Life isn't about sex and fame.
Then tell me, what is it about? Working on a farm? Slaving your life away? For what? Existence? Meager living? Tell me, Malcolm.
No shit, I feel like this is a very important part, so we're gonna save it right here and tell her, okay. Family, Jessie. It's about family, honor, dedication, caring for others, not being selfish. The big city can't give you anything more than you need. You have everything right here. I feel like that was a mistake. Different things are important to different people. Like, Jessie's scowl indicates that she's not in agreement at all. Besides, aren't you a pack animal now? The joke doesn't go over well.
So you think I'm selfish too?
You think that's how you're behaving right now? Yes. Even though you have every right to be. I know I'm new to your picture, but you're no longer seeing the whole of it. You, for all your open-mindedness, are acting so narrow-minded right now. I wish you could see what I see. Jessie opens her mouth to protest, but I continue. However, I also note that living here must feel like a punishment. I don't want to hold you back. She shakes her head, looking around exasperated, before once again locking her gaze on mine.
Malcolm, I have to get out of here. I've been stifled for entirely too long. I've heard the rumors, what the women in town say about me. Harlot, scandalous, tramp. Do you think I want to be in a town that sees me that way? I won't stand for it.
A couple of aging biddies don't make up a whole town. Think of everyone who cheers you on every night. Even I know my arguments are weak. I'm not about to use myself as a pawn. There's no sense in hurting her further. A great deal of me empathizes with her need to run and keep running.
Every drunk fellow, you mean?
They're good to you. So is Bulgarer. You've said so yourself.
I've also said time and again, I want a fresh start. If you stopped and thought about it for one more second, Malcolm, you would agree there's something better for you, for us. I know that you want to leave too.
I don't. But part of me doesn't know that, or anything anymore. I've never been this unsure of my own thoughts.
Then what do you want?
My ears stop ringing. What do I want? Do I not know? How could I? I was a child, then a soldier, an immediate transition. But I'm an adult now, free to follow my heart's desires. Gran's words echo in my mind. I've always been taught that our choices weren't ours to decide, that there's a plan and a decision, maker above who guides us. I made it through battle, and I'm just happy to be alive. That's it. Well, that was it. Until Jessie. Oh man, that is a... Ooh, this is a heavy episode, guys. Ooh, hope these two don't go for a split. They're such a good couple. They're a great couple. God, guys, reconcile your differences. Oof. Alright, guys, that's been a new episode of Changeling Tale, Jessie's Path. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring that notification bell until the next video. I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Oh, and we're rapidly approaching 1,200 subs. You guys are frickin' awesome. Bye-bye.